Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. These are the things you missed from the Ripple Swell event. If you are an XRP holder or an enthusiast in Ripple, the company, or you just want to know, should you be looking into Ripple? Should you be looking into XRP? Well, there was a 2-day event. It was called the Ripple Swell event. We had some major speakers. We had Brad Garlinghouse. We had representatives from the White House. We had JP Morgan, Franklin Templeton. We had MasterCard partnerships. We had investors into Ripple. $40 billion Ripple valuation based on the investments that came in. This is an event that everyone around the world was watching. This is one of those events that is now being covered on the news, and this is so different to where we were 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, even last year. So there's a lot to take away, but in this very short video, we're going to smash off some points that we covered. We covered this event live, 2 days. We went live 10 hours a day. So please do hit that like button. Please do subscribe. No one else, not even your favorite XRP YouTuber did anything like it. They might have gone to the event, took a few pictures. They might have live streamed for maybe an hour, but no one went live the whole day. And that's what we want to do for our audience. So please hit that like button, subscribe. Let's go over to our very own newsletter. First link in the description. You can get this newsletter as well. So let's start with day one. This is going to be a very short video, maybe 10-15 minutes. So day one, we started off with Monica Long. She is the the president of Ripple. There was more than 700 global financial leaders from came to this event. Remember, it's sort of an event. It's an invite only, although some sort of media can go. But also, yeah. So this was mainly institutions went to this event. So banks went to this event, asset managers went to this event, blockchain builders went to this event, all to talk about XRP and RLUSD and the XRP ledger. Remember, Brad Garlinghouse keeps telling you, it's all based on XRP and XRP ledger. The foundations of their business is based on XRP and the XRP ledger. So there will be a magic number within this video. So I'm going to tell you one number at the beginning, maybe one at the end, or I'll give you 3 numbers you have to watch throughout this video. It's a very short video, so add those numbers together, and then you can win $2,000 worth of XRP live on the show. Remember, we're real, we're genuine, we're not like other fake channels. We never ask you to move your money around. Be careful of the scammers out there. Don't send XRP to anyone. We just send you XRP. You don't need to give us any sensitive information. It's free to enter, free for all. I'll tell you more details about that. But there's 3 magic numbers. You add them together and then you put it into the competition page. The competition page is martynlucas.com/giveaway. I'll put it in the description. But what you need to do is when I give you the numbers, take note of them, add them together, so then you can input them there. So Monica Long, she started off very bullish. She was sort of in awe. She was like, it's actually happening. Ripple President Monica Long declared that the Internet of Value, which is what Ripple is now real. Regulatory clarity, stablecoin volumes nearing 3 trillion, up 90% year on year. RLUSD, Rail, Palisade, G Treasury is cutting settlement from days to minutes. They are doing what they set out to do, and they are expanding. So she said, markets exceed, and this one, I mean, if you start like this at an event, you know it's going to be a good event. She said, markets exceed 1 quadrillion in notional value, but remain inefficient. Ripple Prime fixes that with tokenized collateral and 24/7 liquidity. I mean, oh my God. If you ever bulletin a number that large, 1 quadrillion, not billion, 1 quad, not 1 trillion, 1 quad trillion, and they're saying they're there to take advantage of that money and make it and fix the inefficiencies around that. So next we've got Ripple G Treasury. Remember, that's a big acquisition. There's 13 trillion now on chain. Now a Ripple subsidiary. They bought G Treasury. It processes 13 trillion annually and manages 250 in monitored accounts. CEO Manet Verek said, "We're activating capital, not just managing it." So instead of just managing it, they can actually make money from that. Those treasuries sat idle. So how do they do that? Well, through Ripple, XRP Ledger, RLUSD. So Ripple's tech and RLUSD integration give corporates real-time visibility and unlock liquidity, trap liquidity. They also just announced that they acquired Palisade. I mean, they're just buying companies like there's money is not an issue, and money is not an issue. Brad Garlinghouse mentioned a few times during this event, we didn't take investment because of the money. We didn't need the money. We don't need to IPO. We don't need the money. They've got plenty of cash, and they're not doing it for the money. All these other crypto companies, bullish that they are IPOing. Excuse the pun, because bullish IPO'd as well. But they might be IPOing because they need the money. Think about all these companies that are staying private. OpenAI, SpaceX, Ripple. It's kind of an advantage not being public. I mean, it's annoying for us because I'd love to invest in Ripple, the company. Again, never give any financial advice here on the channel. But they don't need to go public. People go public to raise some money. So they acquired Palisade, which is a custody wallet infrastructure using multi-sig and MPC security. The co-founder said that Ripple's global footprint would help us scale faster and serve regulated institutions worldwide. They want to have that one-stop shop. RLUSD surpassed $1 billion. RLUSD and XRP are giving a 24/7 liquidity flywheel. This is at a keynote presentation. Aaron from Ripple said that the XRP ledger is the foundation of everything we do. Do not be fooled about all of these people that are a bit jealous in the crypto community, that are a bit spiteful, that always say Ripple doesn't care about XRP. They have RLUSD. That has nothing to do with. Look, RLUSD benefits XRP. RLUSD is that bridge. XRP is that liquidity. XRP ledger is where the foundations of the business are. Brad Garlinghouse has said this. Aaron has said this. Monica has said this. And the center of everything they do is XRP and the XRP ledger. And remember, we're not. But at the same time, Brad Garlinghouse isn't a maximalist or doesn't just think XRP is the only token in the world that's great, or just the XRP ledger. He says for what we do, which is fast, safe, secure payments, that people want trust in the system, then that's why we use the XRP ledger. So he says it's integral to their business, but he doesn't say there's nothing else is good. If you look at Bitcoin maximalists, they say Bitcoin is the only thing that's ever going to be good, and I would say they're stupid. You'll go over to something like Solana, and people say Solana's ecosystem is amazing. This is going to be the future. This is the only thing that's going to work. But then it keeps having downtime. You go to Ethereum, and you say, people say Ethereum is amazing, but the gas fees are not. Look. There's a place for a lot of cryptos, and Brad Garlinghouse has said that. He doesn't think he's not just this person that is only focused on XRP and XRP ledger. For his business he is, but in general he thinks you need to advocate for the whole crypto industry and we'll grow together. He's not putting everything else down. But when it comes to their business and Ripple, it's all on XRP and XRP's ledger. We've got FX going on chain instantly. We've got Ripple's Prime. So Ripple Prime is now rebranded. It was the Hidden Road. Remember when they acquired Hidden Road? They've now rebranded it to Ripple Prime. So if you start hearing Ripple Prime, then that's it. Let me give you your first number. Your first number for the magic number is 1,000. Your first number is 1,000. There's going to be 2 more coming up. Add them together, and then you can enter it into the giveaway page. I'll put it in the description, and I'll give you the giveaway page. Essentially, just go over to this page here. There'll be a slot for you guys to put that magic number in. You can win tickets and win $1,000 worth of XRP. So I'll give you that link in the description. It's also in the live chat right now. Your first number is 1,000. Next one's coming up in 5 minutes time, and the next one after that is in another 5 minutes. So we are ending this video in 10 minutes. So stay with us. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do subscribe. Please do hit the like button and subscribe. So if you hear Ripple Prime, that's talking about their biggest acquisition, which is Hidden Road, calling it a new trust layer for digital finance. It offers clearing, margining, and liquidity for institutions, bridging prime brokerage discipline with on-chain markets. The CME group was there. They said that the XRP derivatives boomed. The CMEs, I think it was the CEO of the CME group, said that XRP futures hit 1 billion in open interest in 3 months. That's the fastest growing crypto product. CME plans to extend this to 24/7 markets by 2026. We've got BNY Mellon, who was there. They've got massive assets under management. I mean, you might not have heard of them, but the amount of assets under management is massive. Their Callan Winberg said that stablecoins will be the connective tissue between treasuries and tokenized markets. She highlighted RLUSD and XRP as liquidity anchors for future collateral systems. You then had the NASDAQ and Ripple bringing trade on post trade on chain. That was the Nasdaq CEO talking about real securities, real settlement. So that's being implemented into Nasdaq. The ETF countdown, we had a lovely panel with Eric, we've been following for a while. So thank you, Eric, for hosting that panel. It was great. With Canary Capital was there, Bitwise was there. All about the ETFs, and Canary Capital started off with a bang and said XRP ETF next week. So we might be getting that ETF next week as long as the shutdown doesn't end. So that would be amazing. And then we also had Bitwise saying we followed suit, and ours will be coming out in a couple of weeks, in a few weeks. So yeah, Eric then said boomers control 40 trillion and they only trust ETFs. So once XRP gets that wrapper, the flows will come. A regulated ETF would let institutional funds treat XRP like gold or treasuries within portfolios. That is amazing. That's why we love ETFs. It's not this one day sudden spike. It's this long term. People want ETFs. Where the money is in the stock market, and they trust ETFs. So when the ETFs go, money can start flowing into XRP and moving XRP off exchanges and having that supply shock. The XRP, okay, I'm not going to go through all of this because this is all in our newsletter. I'm going to go over to day 2. If you do want to see what else happened in day 1, go and check out our newsletter. Our newsletter is not just only based on Ripple. If there is ever Ripple or XRP news, it will be in the newsletter. But if you're investing in the markets, you can get the top stories of the day. You can get the chart analysis. You can get the deep dives. This is all. You can go back and look at this one just because this one's gone out. It's on the website. It's on the app. You can go back and look at it. But BlackRock was there. Ripple Prime and Nasdaq had a sort of a panel as well. But I'll go over to day 2, which was in today's newsletter. Go check it out in the link down below. There might be still a 60-day trial running, but probably that might be over. If you see it still there and it lets you go, I think it's scheduled to end tonight. You might be able to get it, you might not. But either way, there will be a 1-week free trial or a 60-day free trial. Go down below and check it out. Yesterday was day 2. It was a finale. We had Brad Garlinghouse come to the stage a couple times. First of all, he came with someone from the president's cabinet. I'm going to give you your second number. I've given you your first one. Your second one is 500. There's going to be one more at the end. Add them all together, put it into the giveaway page, and you win 2,000, or you'll have more chances to win $2,000 worth of XRP. It might be 3,000, but right now it's $2,000. So Brad Garlinghouse made it clear. Crypto moved votes. The Democrats underestimated how passionate and how large the crypto community was, and it impacted votes. He credited Fair Shake, Super PAC, Ripple, Coinbase for mobilizing millions of voters, reshaping US policy, and ending the era of anti-crypto policies. Crypto is always now going to be this heart of votes. No one will want to be anti-crypto now. The Democrats won't want to be. They tried to change their tune at the very last minute. It didn't work. No government around the world is going to get elected if they're going to be anti-crypto. So they talked a bit about that, but White House backed blockchain as national security. It was Patrick Witt came to this event. He's the executive director of the President's Council for Digital Assets, and he became the first White House official to appear at Swell. So we've come so far. President Trump wants the United States to become the dominant player in crypto space again. He called Ripple and the XRP ledger part of the financial plumbing and confirmed that the Genius Act and Market Structure Bill would deliver regulatory clarity by year end. Then we had Stuart Autorati. He was talking about talk to us a little bit about the legal battle is finished. Stop pretending it's not over. It is finished. The victory gave the XRP ledger absolute legal clarity, a unique position in the market. No one else has this clarity, but XRP and the XRP ledger do. He said the win turned Ripple from defendant to policy architect and unlocked institutional partnerships previously off limits. He talked about the National Cryptocurrency Association. We then had a surprise panel about cards to crypto, where this was the new announcement about MasterCard integration with Ripple, a new MasterCard announcement from Ripple, which was massive. So they settling one day, not once every few business days. That's real risk reduction, said MasterCard's crypto lead. It's the first time a blockchain native stablecoin has entered mainstream card settlement rails, and that's RLUSD. It was a massive announcement. Ripple announced that the RLUSD stablecoin will be powered settlement between bank cards networks via MasterCard, Webbank, and Gemini. Major announcement made yesterday about all 3 of their partnerships. Regulatory green light for banks. That was what Webbank was talking about. Gemini adds the XRP rewards, and now they're using XRPL and the XR RLUSD to help with that system, with the cashback system, to make it faster, better. What else happened yesterday? We had Garden House calling it that we're rewiring the global finance. We're witnessing the rewiring of financial infrastructure, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. He announced that Swell 2026, big announcement again, that it's not going to be like this year. Everyone is coming together next year. Developers, investors, banks, all under one roof in New York. We then had probably one of the biggest announcements of the day, a $500 million investment into Ripple at a $40 billion valuation. That values Ripple at $40 billion, that $500 million invested. Garden House made it clear they weren't doing it for the money, they were doing it for the partnerships. But anyway, $40 billion is incredible, because if you think about it, if they're IPO, it'll probably be slightly over double. I would imagine on the day, because of how much interest there is in Ripple. That will put Ripple at the most valuable crypto company, above Coinbase, above MicroStrategy, way above bullish, way above, like 20 times bigger than, 40 times bigger than Gemini. But then no plans to really IPO at the moment. Maybe 2026. RLUSD as core settlement layer. Ripple Prime, remember this is their new, this is rebranded from Hidden Row. Garden House confirmed Hidden Row is now Ripple Prime, crypto's first institutional grade prime broker. It combines credit custody liquidity to anchor XRP and RLUSD flows for enterprise finance. What else can I bring you? I don't want to give you all away because this is in the newsletter today. Wormhole and Ripple. We work with Ripple to move XRP and RLUSD securely between banks. That was that Wormhole company. We had a whole analysis on that. So yeah, go check out the newsletter. I'm going to give you the final number now. But what an event it was. We covered it all. Go check out the channel. There's a few shorts right now on the channel as well. Go scroll through them because you can see some of the main highlights from yesterday. Go check out Brad's speech from yesterday as well. I'll be putting them at the end. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you a final number. Your final number is... I've given you a first one. I'm pretty sure I gave you a second one. If I didn't give you a second one, I'll put it in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section if I didn't give you a second one. But your third number is 2000. So 2000 is your second number. Enter that in, add them together, all 3 numbers throughout this video, to get extra tickets to win $2,000 live on the show. What an event it was. I'm so happy we got to cover it. We'll cover any events like that. We'll be live 10 hours. Our promise to you is to be the most honest, most real, most live channel in the world. And I will continue to do that. There'll be a video up here to watch. This will be Brad's speech, his final speech. Go have a look at that. Go check out here as well. The newsletter will be over here. Check that out as well. If you're watching, okay, but until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. If you're watching live, we're going over to our next event, which is all about the FOMC here in the UK. Well, it's not called the FOMC, but that's what everyone knows it as. So in 10 minutes time, we're getting the decision. It's very important because it gives us an idea of what happens what happens in what was I going to say? What happens in the US? Last time inflation came out, then it was the inflation came out, and then we got an idea of what was going to happen in the US, and it was correct. So now we're going to look into the Bank of England. Here is oh yeah, perfect. Martyn's giving you the link. That's where it is. I'm also going to give you this link. This is Martyn. Please do go and repost this. This will give you extra. I've done it as Martyn's account, but click on that, what Martyn's just posted there. That is his X account. If you go repost that, you can, that's also an entry. Go into the competition page and claim your tickets. Go and repost that. I'll see you on the next event in 5 seconds. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.